Realized something recently, and it's uncomfortable, but it's true. Most people don't see the actual you. They see the version of you that's easiest for them to understand. They see you on a good day or a bad one. They see you when you're quiet or awkward or unsure. Instead of staying curious, they lock the version in like it's permanent. That's how people underestimate you. Not because you lack ability, because they lack perspective. People love simple stories. They want to believe everyone stays the same. Because if you can change, that means they could have changed you, and they didn't. So they shrink you. They label you. They get comfortable with who you used to be. Then they get confused when you don't fit in anymore. When you don't fit anymore. What they don't see is the work that happens in silence. They do see the nights you stayed up thinking about where you're headed. They don't see, I'm sorry, the nights you stayed up thinking about where you're headed. They don't see the self-doubt you fought through just to keep going. They don't see you chasing discipline when nobody was watching. They just see results. And even then, sometimes they pretend it's luck. And that's the frustrating part, because being underestimated messes with your head. It makes you question yourself. It makes you wonder if you're actually as capable as you feel. It makes you hesitate when you should be confident. And slowly, if you're not careful, you start living down to their expectations instead of up to your potential. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Being underestimated can become your biggest advantage. When people don't expect much from you, they don't monitor your growth, they don't notice the habits you're building, they don't notice the skills you're sharpening, they don't notice how focused you're becoming. They underestimate oh my god, underestimate the quiet ones the most. Because noise looks like confidence to insecure people, and silence looks like weakness to people who don't understand focus. The silence is where the real work happens. I've learned that not everyone deserves access to your growth process. Some people only deserve to see the finished product, because the same people who doubt you at the beginning will want to credit at the end. They say things like, I always knew you had it, even though they questioned you every step of the way. You don't owe them the proof. You don't owe them explanations. You don't owe them the updates on your progress. Outgrowing people doesn't make you ignorant. It makes you honest. And yeah, it hurts when people don't believe in you, especially when you believed in them, especially when you showed up for them, especially when you expected the same energy back. But sometimes disappointment is just clarity arriving late. You start realizing who actually supports you and who only liked you when you were easier to overlook. Growth changes the dynamic, and not everyone can handle that. Some people need you to stay small so they can feel big. Some people need you to stay focused so they can feel ahead. When you don't play that role anymore, they get uncomfortable. That's not your problem. The moment you stop trying to be understood by everyone is the moment you start becoming unstoppable, because now your energy goes into improvement instead of explanation, into consistency instead of comparison, into building something real instead of chasing approval. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're behind. Let them think you're quiet because you don't have anything to say. Let them think you're average. Because one day their results will speak louder than you ever did. And when that day comes, it won't feel sudden to you. It'll feel earned. Because you were there for every step they didn't see.